It's the age-old battle of the sexes. Men competing against women to find out which is the better sex. Today we're going to see whether men are better than women at sheepdog trials. These two men and these two women have only just met and have been brought together to take part in this challenge. In less than 48 hours, these two teams will have to take part in a sheepdog trial to guide a flock of 30 sheep through a predetermined course. Working with sheepdogs usually takes a lifetime to master, but these teams have just 2 days to prove who is better, men or women. On the women's team is Katrina Davis, a 21-year-old model from Cardiff.
I like to get my own way.
She says she's exceedingly practical and competitive, yet still open to suggestion. With Katrina is Sharon Valentine, who is also 21 and a personal assistant from Essex.
I've done lots of different things. I've abseiled and done things like that, and I find that easy. Something like this is just a big, big challenge.
Sharon is also a dancer who dreams of stardom and a glamorous lifestyle. She hates losing and puts her heart and soul into everything. Completing the ladies' team are the Border Collie bitches, Rosie and Jess. They'll be up against Finn Fitzpatrick, a 40-year-old English teacher from London.
The dog's used to doing this and the sheep is used to the dog. And then they bring me into the whole equation and I haven't got a clue what I'm doing. It just goes all horribly wrong.
Finn is a man of many parts, a writer who has run a pub, sailed around Spain and led a battalion into a minefield.
Don't worry, guys.
With Finn is Nick Ross, a 21-year-old student from Salisbury. He's sporty and competitive and lists his weaknesses as being impulsive and headstrong.
It's completely irrelevant to anything I do, seeing as I study molecular biology. Just about very small things, and sheep is quite a lot bigger.
Joining the men are Border Collie dogs, Gwyn and Moss. We have brought our teams to Batusa Coed in North Wales, the heart of sheep farming country. The first ever sheepdog trials took place in Bala, just 9 miles away in 1873. In this battle between men and women, an expert of their own sex helps each team. Helping the women is Kerry Rundle, who was the first woman to represent the Welsh National Sheepdog Trials team and be elected to the panel of national judges for Wales.
Some people would accuse the women of being manipulative. I'm quite happy with that, if that means we're going to win the challenge.
Helping the men is Aled Owen, who comes from a long line of sheepdog experts. His uncle, William Jones, won the famous Llangullen Sheepdog Trial in 1899. Aled won the Supreme Champion title exactly 100 years later, in 1999 and then again in 2000.
It's an old tradition. There are a lot more men working dogs, competing with dogs here in the United Kingdom.
Most working Border Collies can trace their bloodline to just 2 dogs that lived in the 1890s. These 4 were born and bred over generations to hone their herding skills. By their nature, they're typically workaholics who will run and herd almost until they drop. By contrast, this is the very first venture into the land of the sheepdog for our men and women.
There's Rosie.
The crucial first stage for our teams is to meet their dogs.
How do you build a bond with it, especially a sheepdog anyway?
First of all, just get it to like you. And you must like the dog as well.
Yeah.
But if it likes you, you build up a trust, and then it's a partnership, you see, so it's mutual respect.
Okay.
I think women are very good at taking dogs out for walks and stuff like that, whereas we're very good at sitting by the fireside with a whiskey, stroking the dog. That's our role in life, I think, yeah.
Kerry allocates the bitches for the women. Jess for Sharon.
Jess here, she will do anything for a fuss. You know, the more you say good girl, the more she loves it and tries it.
And Rosie for Cat.
Whereas Rosie, she's never been away from her boss before.
Oh, okay.
So it's very new.
Whereas with the men's team, it's more like the dogs choose their masters. Moss for Nick.
Come on. Good boy. Good.
And Gwyn for Finn, if somewhat reluctantly.
This is not going very well. Gwyn, come on.
What's the difference between a bitch and a dog with sheep and how they act?
Generally, people tend to think bitches are a little bit easier to handle.
Yeah.
I personally find that you can get a really strong, sort of butch bitch, the same way you can get a nice, soft, wimpy dog.
Yeah.
Moss and Nick seem to hit it off straight away.
Moss,
But Finn needs an extra bit of help with Gwyn.
Lovely.
Okay,
Great.
take them for a walk. Obviously, these dogs are very, very intelligent. They know more than us, actually. They know the ways of sheep. You know, what I'm going to try and teach Nick and Finn is to read sheep. The dogs can already do that.
Having met their dogs, the teams must now understand how they work.
Their natural instinct when they're pups with their mother, the mother is the centre of attention. Once they're weaned, once we take them over, you know, we're the centre of attention. We open the door for them, we call them, we feed them. So they want to do everything for the handler. So you can see Bob now, he's bringing the sheep back to me. Doesn't matter where I am, he'll bring the sheep after me. He's bringing them directly to me.
Quite obedient. Absolutely.
I'll just walk back and I'll just show you. I won't have to tell him anything. He'll just move on his own. You can see he's moving. I'm moving to the left, he's moving to the left. If I move to the right, he's just working for me. He's keeping the sheep, bring them back towards me. So that's their natural instinct, working. I could walk this field without saying a word, and those sheep will be directly behind me.
Staggering. Absolutely staggering.
When you're working your dog, you have to take into account what the dog's doing, what the sheep are doing, where the sheep are looking, because you'll find in a group of sheep there's usually a leader. So you need to sort of decide which is the leader and then work your dog on that leader.
We've got 6 basic commands. Lie down. Even though that I'm telling him to lie down, he stands on his feet. Doesn't matter as long as he stands still. So that's 1, lie down. Come by to the left. That's 2, lie down. Away to the right. Away. That's the 3rd. Lie down. Walk on. Is the 4th. Stand. Come by. Light down. Walk on. Steady. Steady is another command. And that'll do. Dyna fo. You'll have to learn Welsh as well. Dyna fo. To the mat.
One of the most important things for our teams to understand is the way that sheep behave. Our experts have devised an interesting way to show our teams how a flock of sheep moves and reacts.
I think it would be a really good idea if one person starts to sort of just be the dog and one person's the handler. So,
Right, okay.
who would like to be the dog? Okay, you're going to be the handler.
Flocking sheep may seem leaderless, but in every flock there's a lead sheep, which is followed by the others. This leader may change as the sheep move, but a good sheepdog will recognise and manage whichever sheep is leading, and so control the whole flock. But will our contestants...
And it goes, keep going.
Come by, come by!
Come back.
Spot on.
Walk on.
Watch
Away.
those sheep.
Away.
Good.
Finn's taking to his new role well, but it seems turning a cat into a dog isn't so simple.
Oh, you got... Oh, it's a wee! Oh! I thought you said that'll do! I couldn't understand you!
Silly dog!
It's like navigating a boat or just driving
is,
something.
yes.
Oversteer.
Stop!
Lie down.
Lie down!
Now, just call her onto the sheep just a bit, just to see what effect she has on the sheep.
Sharon's taking her new role very seriously.
Get up! Woof, woof. Oh, away! Away! Away!
They've met the dogs, they've seen the sheep, and they know all the commands. But how will they fare when they've put all this together? Our experts set up a course to test our team's skills.
We're going to ask them to bring the sheep in as straight a line as possible up the field. They're going to drive them through these hurdles here, and it's really difficult. Ready when you are.
Kumba!
But I want to see what they're like under pressure. If they don't panic, it's really good. So,
Jess! Good girl,
Sharon and Jess make a great start.
that's really good.
Good girl, Jess!
She really thought about what she was going to say before giving that
girl.
come by command.
Away!
Nick and Moss do their thing for the men.
Stand. Stand. Stand.
Good girl.
Sharon's softly approach works, and in 5 minutes she guides her flock through the gates.
Don't scare the dog.
I'm so glad they went through the fence. Good girl, Jess, that'll do! Very proud of myself. I feel like a proper farmer now.
Stand!
Strangely enough, you really don't have to watch the dog. You can see where it is and what it's doing by watching the sheep and seeing where their noses are facing. Nick and Moss manage it in 6 minutes.
Walk on. Well, at the moment, I don't really know who's boss between me and the dog. I think the dog is sort of really leading me more than I'm leading him at the moment. Got to redress that balance somewhere, but it may be in some ways a good plan that the dog is in charge.
Okay.
Now it's Kat's turn to put Rosie through her paces.
Whoops, the dog's not answering her. It's going the wrong way. She's asking it to stop, but stop isn't a command.
Stand.
Finn and Gwyn don't seem to be having much luck either.
Stand. Stand.
All the best dogs are the ones that are difficult to stop. At the end of the day, you need a dog to bring sheep to you. We'll work on that. Get these dogs to stop as perfect as possible.
Away! Stop! Lie down!
That was really bad.
Good girl, Rosie.
She's not
good
looking
girl.
where the sheep are heading.
Steady.
The sheep are meant to be going through the hurdles, but
Bye.
now where's I don't know what she's doing.
Go in different directions, why not? It's a very, I mean, it's like anything, any learning that you do. I mean, you think you've got the idea, and then you've got another factor that comes in, and that just disturbs the whole equilibrium of the whole thing. Stand! Just can't get them through. Just can't do it. You know, it's, you're multitasking here, and maybe it's something that women do much better than men.
Stop! Lie down!
Don't panic!
I'm not! Lie down!
She is.
Come by!
There might be a dummy spat out in a minute.
Stop! Come by! Stop! Lie down!
Do you want some help?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm saying to her lie down. She's not lying down.
It's because she's heard the panic in your voice.
Walk on. Yes. Yes. 44th time lucky, I think that was.
You were doing so brilliantly there, and then
It's just when I get here, they just have to stay there, and I just lose it.
The teams must now learn to use a mobile sheep pen. These are used on the farm to separate particular sheep from the flock for shearing and other purposes.
One of you will be on this side, and this is the gate. This is the shedding gate. The sheep will be coming through. They can't see you. This is covered, so they can see a gap there. So the unwanted sheep through to that side, the marked sheep to the small pen.
you just have to be really on your mettle doing this. Otherwise you'll get all the sheep out. All right?
Okay.
Finn and Nick seem to find it all very straightforward. Sharon, however, isn't that happy.
They're not that scary because I know they're not that heavy and they're just fur. But it's still, they could knock you over easily, couldn't they? If they run into you, that's it, you're gone, you're on your back, aren't you? So that's what I'm scared about, being ram-raided.
But it's not Sharon that needs to be scared.
Oh! Oh, that's what I don't like, just things like that. I'm sorry, sheep. Who was it? I didn't mean it.
I don't think she noticed. The final training exercise is to master herding the sheep into a wooden pen. This will require them to have mastered all of the skills they have learnt so far and put them into practice.
Away!
Good girl, Jess.
Come back.
Come back.
Lie down.
Come by.
Stand!
Walk on.
Come by.
Come by. Come by.
Come by. Stand!
Good girl, Rosie.
Watch it. Oh,
Stand!
good.
Great.
I'd like to think we're doing better, but I've got no idea. You know, heard a couple of shrill cries coming over the hill today. That can't be good.
I feel so much more confident now. So much more confident. I could do it again. Definitely.
I think obviously men handle things differently because they have to show their macho side, don't they? So, yeah, I think the boys will be, oh, yeah, I'll do it, yeah, give them here. Whereas I'm, oh, no, I don't want to hurt them.
This dog's a hard worker, and he's very good at his job. I've just got to make sure that I'm not the weak link in the chain.
The training is over. It's time for our men and women to show who is better, shepherd or shepherdess. But who will win? Find out after the break. These two men men and these 2 women have had a crash course in sheepdog trials, but now it's challenge time to prove which is the better sex. For the main challenge, our contestants have to gather a flock of sheep into this holding pen and then separate the 5 marked sheep from the rest of the flock. These 5 must then be driven through these gates and then secured in the wooden pen. The teams will be judged on how they control the dogs and handle the sheep. Former International Supreme and Reserve Supreme Champion Glyn Jones will award and deduct points for technique, but as they're novices, the teams will principally be judged on time. The showdown between the sexes has even attracted an audience. There's everything to play for.
Thanks. Good luck. Thanks for all your help.
Good luck.
Good luck, babe. Good luck. We're going to kick bums.
Definitely.
Stand. Come back.
The men step up first, and Finn and Gwyn take charge of the first leg.
Okay, that's probably
Stand.
about enough. That's probably about enough there.
Stand.
Okay.
Come by. Stand. Walk on. Stand. Walk on. Stand. Stand.
Do you want to get round the other side? Push them in. Right in.
Walk on.
Okay, you got the gate?
Not
Get
quite.
the gate. Get the gate.
It's a great start. All of the sheep flock into the holding pen pretty effortlessly. Now the sheep must be taken through the race and the 5 marked sheep separated.
I'm going to get her in there.
Are you?
Because...
Be very careful in this.
because I'll make sure, because I'll keep an eye on her at the same time as well.
Lie down.
Go on. Any spots?
There's one.
Come on.
Finn makes the pen smaller, but the sheep don't want to go through.
I'm sure this is cheating. Go on. Go on.
And they take some serious persuading
Make you feel really daft.
Here.
or nudging.
That's it.
I'm not sure they're supposed to go in backwards.
This is a tug of love, I tell you. Go on.
Unorthodox. That's
There you go.
all right.
Right. Oh, God.
Glad I'm doing this job.
Yeah, I thought you would be. Come on, guys. This is not meant to take this long.
At last, all the sheep are following him through the race. But then Finn turns and scares them back into the holding pen.
When he's had a couple inside, if he left those there, the others would see them and follow through.
Oh, dear.
You feel so sorry for yourself.
Go on. Go
Keep
on.
them coming.
Go on. Go on. Hey. Yeah. Okay, kids. Kids. Don't be sheepish. Come on.
So it's like
On
in
you
your
go.
classrooms.
Go, 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 go! We've done well.
You're a bit hot there.
That was hard work, wasn't it?
Now it's Cat and Rosie's turn. But can they do any better?
Come by. Come by. Come by. Stand. Lay down. Away. Lay down. Away. Lay down. Get up. Steady. Come by. Lay down.
Cat gather is textbook.
Good girl, Rosie. Good girl.
You get Rosie in.
Then she brings Rosie into the pen to help push the sheep through. A great idea, but Rosie's in the front of the pen and is actually stopping the sheep.
I can't understand why she hasn't got the dog behind the sheep. The whole idea, we said we'd get the dog behind the sheep at the end of the pen, and she hasn't tried to get her there.
She's not helping at all, really, is she?
I just can't believe she's just disregarded everything that we said when we planned it.
Rosie, that'll do. That'll do.
Cat
Good
soon
girl.
gives up on Rosie. And things get better straight away.
Get down. I did this in the first place. Would have been over in 2 seconds.
The sheep are more scared of Cat than they were of the dog.
Easy does it. Easy does it. Good. Get up. Get up. Get up.
Sharon's more confident and even touches the sheep.
Get up. One stripe.
But then
No, we won!
she lets 2 sheep into the wrong pen.
Okay, wrong pen.
Cat soon sorts that one out. No messing.
Oh my God, scares the hell out of me.
I hope she hasn't got long pointed nails. She's fighting well, this girl is.
She's fantastic. She is fantastic.
Come on then. Good girl. Look at that. I didn't have to touch her.
I'm going to give him 1 point better than the lad. They realised they couldn't manhandle him, so they had to use their heads a bit.
As the teams go into the second round, the women are in front by a single point. It's up to Nick to fight back for the men.
Come by. Stand! Stand! Come by! Stand! Come by! Stand! 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 Wave! Walk on! Come by! Stand! Stand! We stand! Walk on! Walk on! Stand! 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 Stand!
So after a fine performance from Nick and Moss, it's time for Sharon and Jess to play for the match.
Come by. Come by, Jess. Come by. Lay down. Jess, come by. Jess, 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 Jess. Jess, 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 Jess. Jess, 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 Jess. Jess, 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 lay down. Lay down.
It needed something really special,
Perfect.
and the women obliged.
Ar ddiwedd y dydd, y merched sydd wedi ennill, at the end of the day, it's the ladies that have won.
Men are better than women? I think not.
The reason they won, that they were better, they were gentler, they handled the sheep kinder, and of course she had a perfect pen. The sheep just simply walked straight in. And when you have that luck, as the ladies do, you can't take it away from them. They deserved it.
I'd like to make a toast that women are better than men at sheep herding. And to women and their bitches. I think I'd have another go at it, at sheepdog trialing, if it got offered to me, but I wouldn't go looking on farms for sheep to herd.
Well, you know, future's undecided. Any offers for sponsorship, I might consider being a shepherd.
I shall never come to Wales again. I won't be able to look a sheepdog in the eye.